Hey everybody, welcome to the TMT podcast, where fall is always in season. This is your host, David, the Lord of Cinder, and with me as always is my fellow co-host, Jamie, the Master of New York. Jamie?
Yeah.
I don't think Murphy likes us very much.
Nah, he's been a bit of a bitch.
Yeah? Among other things.
But I've come up with a good theory, because we recorded a podcast last week, because we're good hosts, we're going to record a podcast every week, right? But then...
When we're not sick, yeah.
But then what affected us? The audio was fast. Now, who's a character...
Yeah.
My theory is that since last week we were talking a lot about the incredibly horrible reviews for Batman v Superman, and one of the characters associated with them is the Flash. I think the Flash messed with our audio.
They sent the Flash to come F us up.
That's because that's all he's good for, really. They're just like, Flash, do your thing. It's just like, no. Like, I could fight these guys, you know. I could do it really fast. It's like, nah, you're good.
I'm faster than you. I could have him at the sun before you even know. No, you can't. You suck. Go back to your TV show with Supergirl.
Go.
Well, fine. I'm just going to go sleep with your cousin.
She's like, she's not my cousin. It's a different universe. Why? Just like, how many universes?
Wait, is that how it works?
Yeah, there's literally the way it's explained how Flash visited Supergirl was he was running so fast he went to a different dimension by accident.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I was hoping he'd be the same dimension.
Nah, because he shows up and he's like, man, you have a central city, but there's no Barry Allen, there's no this, there's no that. Literally, just going through this list and literally saying, and none of these characters exist in the Supergirl world. Like, you don't have a Green Arrow, you don't have this. She goes, I have my cousin
You should
Superman.
just move there.
She's like, I have my cousin Superman. Who? That's the joke.
How the F do you not know Superman?
So
I know birds. Is he like a plane?
Yes. I don't have a Superman, but I have Zoom. You know, the really fast bad guy who feeds on people's speed. Like, okay. I have a king shark, a giant shark man. It's like...
I have a giant shark man, I like that.
It is weird, the characters that they've managed to bring to life on the small screen in DC.
Yeah. It's quite a collection.
They've set up a gorilla city, which is basically a jungle...
With Grodd.
Yeah, basically a jungle full of intelligent gorillas. They've set that up as existing in their world.
You know, and that's a thing, too.
It's a thing, but it's not the type of thing that Zack Snyder in his universe will be like, yeah, that's not existing in my world.
No, if it existed in his world, it'd be just like a jungle of carnivorous, angry gorillas who are all sad that their parents died when they were little. And then they all have about half-hour dreams.
We had the whole thing about Martian Manhunter, where they were like, he's too out there for us.
Well, this also comes from the studio that failed to make Green Lantern, so that's understandable for them. They're afraid of another Green Lantern. But that wasn't because no one liked the character, it was because the movie was bad.
I like the idea that they messed up Green Lantern the first time, so their idea for the second time is just to add more Green Lanterns.
Wait, they added more Green Lanterns?
Yeah, they're doing a Green Lantern movie, but they call it Green Lantern Corp, and it's going to have two of the Green Lanterns in it. It's going to have Hal Jordan and
a whole core
guy.
of two people.
But that and all the side characters. The lovable side characters of Green Lantern, like that guy that looks like a bird, and that big guy.
So, yeah, like nobody ever gets stuff done if it wasn't for the humans.
The lovable universe of Green Lantern. You've got Green Lantern, Black Green Lantern, Birdman.
Who? Bird person.
Green Lantern,
before
come
he was
along!
tragically killed.
In order of...
Bird person, no! Rick and Morty sometimes shows up.
It probably could.
You said Birdman. I immediately thought of Bird person.
Yeah, I know the character. I should watch that show.
It's really good. My favorite part, though, is where someone rips off Rick and his granddaughter, Summer. So they spend, like, a montage getting real swole and doing steroids so they're, like, bodybuilder size. And then they just, like, suddenly break through the wall at this guy's conference and beat the snot out of them. Like, sometimes you need someone else to pay a bad price.
I love that.
Well, and then it gets better because there's after credit scenes for every episode. And all of a sudden you see them just beating up just like a whole bunch of jerks, like neo-Nazis and people from the Westboro Baptist Church.
It's like, look at the effect our drugs are having. I just love that. I just love the idea. I just love the idea of just a really out there concept that then pays off.
Yeah. It was just pretty great watching them take out the beat up jerks. Like they beat up a schoolyard bully and all these other people.
It's the way you do it. Like you get all these TV shows where the message at the end is you don't fight and you use your words. No, you use steroids. That's how you win. That's the message.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's meant to be a comedy show, but it was just funny to watch him just beat the snot out of him.
I can just imagine it.
Because he was a real jerk, and like he sees them, he's like, "You guys!" And then they just literally take turns beating him back and forth, punching him back and forth. Like one of them will knock him to the other one, and the other will knock him down. They just keep knocking on him, and then at the end, he's like, "Why?" Because you are a jerk.
It's such an out there concept, and the fact that they make it out like this got results. They're good. They're the good guys.
Oh, there's no. Oh, in the series here, there's no way Rick is a good guy. He's a jerk. If you can't accept that, then there's something wrong with you because he is a flat out jerk.
I've heard. My favorite thing about Rick and Morty is just the concept that it's basically Doc Brown and Marty.
And Marty, yeah, that's exactly what it is, except taken to an extreme, and I love it.
Marty, it's your kids. They're taking steroids. That's Back to the Future 4.
Back to the Future 4, they're all getting swole to go beat up the bad guys. And the best part is that during this entire montage, both when they're beating up like the people in the after credit scenes and when they're working to get swole, it's playing X Gonna Give It To You. And it just fits so well. Like better than it did in Deadpool.
Wow. I'm going to say it fit in Deadpool.
Yeah, that's definitely like a Deadpool type of song.
I'll say that my favourite Deadpool song was the Deadpool rap. Did you hear the origins of that rap?
No.
It was made originally by a YouTube group around the time the Deadpool game came out. And so the filmmakers just got in touch with them and like, hey, do you want to make a new version for our movie?
That sounds pretty cool. I mean, it is a smaller thing. Although it's now the highest selling R film of all time, so I think that'll prove that it wasn't because it had nothing to do with the fact it was R, it had to do with the fact it was a Deadpool movie.
It's the fact that it's a Deadpool movie that's made like a Deadpool movie should. It's probably the best X-Men movie.
I don't know if it's not the highest grossing X-Men movie.
No, I mean it's in terms of enjoyment.
Oh. No, I like Days of Future Past better, I feel, actually.
Yeah, Days of Future Past is a good movie, it's just confusing.
How is it confusing?
Time-wise.
He goes back in time, he changes things, time changes. It's literally like the plot to,
yeah, except
Back to the Future, X-Men style.
Except, oh yeah, I thought you were going to reference a comic book in which it's Kitty Pryde.
It's exactly like Days of Future Past, the comic book.
Yeah. The only thing about it is, I feel like in that movie you want to see more of the original cast, and I feel like you spend a lot of time with the young ones.
Yeah, well that's because they're transitioning to the young ones now.
I don't know. They're still going to have Patrick Stewart for the next Wolverine movie.
No, I don't think they... Oh, the next Wolverine movie, but
Yeah.
not the next X-Men movie.
No. It's so weird. They end Days of Future Past with like the whole thing like, tell me the last thing you remember, and like showing that Beast and everyone's still alive, and then they're probably never going to touch on those characters again in that age.
No, because now it's in a happy time. They don't need any more stories like Star Trek.
Kind of it's sad though. Beast so because what's his name?
Or Beast.
Kelsey Grammer. He's a real out there choice for Beast, but he's perfect.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
He was the best part of X-Men 3.
I don't know if I'd say the best part.
He was one of the best.
I mean, that
parts
Colossus
of
at the end.
What,
yes.
Colossus at the end?
Yeah, I just love seeing Colossus just drop down and be like, what?
Oh, yeah. I would say, like, having the
cool.
young X-Men and the adult X-Men teaming up finally, when the previous movie was like, alright, we're going to go fight the bad guys, you stay on the ship. I just remember X-Men 2.
They all fight the same characters.
Yeah. I know, it's just like, X-Men 2, they're going to do their thing, and they're like, alright, we're all going to here. Iceman, you stay on the ship with Rogue. Don't you two come in.
What?
That's that's literally what they
do.
No,
that's him. That's Iceman.
He's like,
what?
He's like, I'm powerful, guys. They're like, alright, we're gonna be...
Guys, I can be powerful. Yeah, it's okay. We know you're trying to impress her. It's alright. But guys, I'm powerful. Look, I work out.
It's like, guys, I'm 17 years old and I've got full control of my powers. Cyclops can't even use his eyes.
Oh man, you see the other people still pick on him for that, other than the fact that he's a loser.
Hey Cyclops, what colour's your eyes? Ha 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 ha! He just takes them off. Pain!
Darkness.
Everything's just in a tinted red and he hates it. He probably has headaches all the time. Everything's the wrong colour, he's all dizzy, he's disorientated.
I really like your red hair, it's white. What?
They go to a movie and he's just like sitting there, he's like, everyone's like, wow, this 3D is amazing. He's like, happening. It is not! It sucks! It's not doing a thing!
I can't tell what's going on.
Everything's blurry.
It doesn't work for me, guys.
Like, just take glasses off. I can't do that.
Trust me, you don't want me to take off my glasses. Every time he sneezes, instead of holding his mouth, he holds his eyes.
Is there like a good comic book reason why he can't control his power like every other hero? Every other mutant?
I mean, it does give him some kind of character death, I guess, if you think about it. But that's all taken away by the fact he's a jerk and he cheats on his wife.
It's just weird that, like, everyone else's nicknames are based on their powers. His one's based on the thing that stops his powers. Like,
that's because he's lame. Lame. He's the lamest one of them all.
I mean, you always have to have the lamest one as the hero. It's like...
As the leader, yeah. Because that way all the others can outshine him and he looks like crap.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the most boring character is always kind of the leader.
Yep.
It's like, here comes...
That's why I still call him lame.
Like, here comes the Fantastic Four, led by Reed Richards. Some scientist who could stretch.
No, Jamie. Reed Richards is way cooler than Cyclops.
He's okay.
Yeah, but compared to Cyclops, he's way cooler.
He's still the most boring one of the four.
At least he's... I don't know, I mean... I find him more interesting than Human Torch, who's pretty much just a frat boy with superpowers. I mean, at least Reed Richards does useful things compared to Cyclops, and he doesn't cheat on his wife. That I know of. If he does, man, I'm going to find him.
I just want to like type in Fantastic Four cheats and bring up Leicester storylines, and you're just like, Mr. Fantastic.
Soon. They're all living their lives. All of a sudden, a portal opens with You're My time space machine. I just come out of a baseball bat. You!
No, we just come out and really
get back in the machine and leave. X gonna give it to you, starts playing in the background.
Daredevil shows up with a beatbox. He's the one playing it. Not Daredevil, Deadpool. Fuck.
No, we got him tied in the back, and he's just very confused as to why. He's like, we need you nearby for this song to play. But guys, I'm starving. I haven't eaten in days. That's not our problem.
I'm not part of this universe.
I feel like we would become bad guys if you and I were had a time travel space machine.
I feel like we would, but we wouldn't. It wouldn't happen immediately. I think it'd be gradual. Like
it would be gradual. Yeah, we wouldn't immediately think, "Oh, let's do evil things." It just kind of happened.
Like one day we're just like, "What if we got a dinosaur and released it in a opera theatre?" And then at that point we're like, "Oh, we've changed."
I feel like that was an awfully big jump.
That's not the jump.
I feel like little things, like letting off little things.
Release the gorillas.
And then by the end, we're like, someone gets mad at us, we're like, "Oh yeah, well, that's fine." And we just drop them off onto ocean floor, watch them get crushed by the pressure.
We just take them back in time. They're like, "Where are we?" We're like, "We're in Pompeii. Enjoy." And he turns around and there's a volcano. He's like, "No!"
Don't worry, we'll make sure to let people visit what's left of you.
Like, don't worry, the ashes will preserve your dead body. We can mourn you.
Yeah, there are a lot. Is it me, or there are a lot more statues lately that have their middle fingers out?
His arms crossed with like his middle fingers out.
Oh, those guys.
So I will have my revenge. As he gets slowly melted apart.
At last we'll have revenge. At last the Jedi will know who we are.
Speaking of
so
Jedi...
Jamie,
I don't know, I was trying to make it random.
You had something you really wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Division has some updates scheduled.
Yeah, Division is doing what a lot of games now do, which I do like. The whole gameplay updates where they just add new features in instead of just all of them. And like with no charge, like these are stuff that they're just gonna be like, everyone has these ones. We'll charge you for later ones. It's a mixture, I say. It's tweaks, gameplay features, and what they're calling the incursions, which is.
Well, I know you were really excited about them, so tell us what's up. I mean, I know the first one you told me about on Twitter was that they're adding trading items between players.
They've announced a type of loot trading, and the way it works is players can now drop their loot and their friends can pick it up.
That simple?
That's literally what they've added. They've added the ability for you to drop a gun on the floor and then your buddy to be like, "I'll take that."
And now, here's my question. I mean, do you have to be friends to see what's going on, or?
I would assume you just have to be in a party. I would assume...
Okay.
I would assume you can't do it in like a hideout.
Like, I'm wondering too, like, can it be you and a stranger you don't know trading items, or? These are the questions I have.
Other players in your group.
Okay, so it has to be in a group then.
Yeah, but you could do the
whole. Still, though, the fact that there's item trading at all is pretty sweet.
Yeah, they beat Destiny to the punch.
Yeah, and you know, people have been asking for Destiny for a year, so the people who have 12 Galahorns don't feel bad every time someone gets mad at them for getting another one.
So, like, if you get 20 purples, drop... Is it purples? I'm actually forgetting the Destiny loot.
Purples, yeah, purples. Yeah. Oh, it's the same for everybody. It's purple here too. Purple's your legendary gear, or your exotic gear, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, purple's special.
Yeah, but you just get the whole things. My favourite thing about Destiny always was the fact that it would tell you if someone got a purple.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "You son of a bitch."
Especially if it was one they already had, because it's like, well, guys, I'm not trying, but I got it.
Guys, I got it again. I'm going to have to destroy it. And nothing.
No, we hate you. Because I've already run into a few instances in Division where I've been playing. I'm a higher level than everyone I play with over here. Because Trevor doesn't want to play with me because he's 12 levels higher than me.
It's like there's that weird gap.
But
where, like,
I've run into. We'll be playing every once in a while, and I'll see the gear like, oh man, you guys like this. Too bad I can't give it to you. Delete.
Like, man, this is an amazing sniper rifle. Too bad I have an even better one. Delete.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. I'll be like, oh, look at this. Oh, wait, I can't give it to you guys. Oh, well. Because it's usually a level or two below me, but it's like the perfect stuff for you guys.
I'm glad that they're adding it. I'm even more glad in a way that they're adding it in such a simple way. And they're not making a whole thing about it. It's literally just, oh, I don't want this. Throw it on the floor. You pick it up.
I was thinking they were going to make it a bit complicated, like you have to spend a fee every time you trade an item or something, but that's really simple.
I'm honestly, yeah. I'm just happy. I'm happy it's going to be in the game. I'm happy that it's that simple because it just makes the whole situation a lot more doable.
A lot easier. Yeah, it's going to make things a lot more doable is the correct term here. So what are some of these other things then that they're adding to Division?
They're adding quite a few different other things. Examples, they're adding assignments, which are sort of like bounties in Destiny. You just pick them up and it'll be like kill 10 cleaners.
So more things on the map for people who have completed everything?
Basically, for the people who finished the game, another thing to do while they wait for big things to do.
Pretty much raids?
Pretty much. But
raids.
they are
all them raids.
But they are adding the first incursion with this update as well, entitled the Falcon Frost.
Incursion is their word for raids, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And I was going through it in a bit more detail with you earlier, and it does literally just sound like a raid.
Which is good, because that's probably what it's supposed to sound like.
I mean, I'm assuming it's 4-person, because that's what the group limit is. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll up it for future ones, but at the moment...
They'll make it 8.
Yeah.
It'll be twice the regular party size. It'll be 8.
It'll be 7 just so they'll one up in Destiny.
Oh, literally. Oh, that's good.
But yeah, and adding like a couple of weird things. They're adding in the Dark Zone, random supply drops will just fall from the sky to encourage people to fight over them. Literally, how they say it. They don't want people no longer just fighting each other. Now, you could just be protecting areas.
They got tired of people brutally murdering each other. Like, guys, you took this way farther than we ever thought you would.
That basically sounds like they just want to find a way to stop people fighting in corners and like get people to move a bit.
We're way too violent to each other, too. I can imagine, too, like, the gang squads. Like, you and I haven't played much Dark Zone because we're never really on too much, but I can only imagine what the gang squads are like there. Just like, you just have hordes of people running around.
Well, I'll say this. Did you ever see the Achievement Hunter Let's Play they did in Division?
Oh, where they just, like, they turned into a gang squad, pretty much?
They literally realised how fun it is to be in a big group of people in the Dark Zone. Because they were just killing people.
They start killing everyone.
It got to the point where the game was like, encouraging them to
they hit rank 5. Yeah, and rank 5, the game gives everyone else in the Dark Zone an objective to kill you. You become the boss of the area. You become the area boss, pretty much, which is a really cool concept. And they almost did it again, except then they realized, oh wait, these guys have grenades.
It's like, it basically encourages both sides, where it's like, if you survive this for whatever amount of time, you'll get a load of loot, and people get loot from if they kill you.
Yeah, so either way, I mean, people are going to win stuff either way. It's just a really cool thing.
It's a really cool thing, and it's a really great way to build, to make something more PvP than it is, because it's almost like it's not even, the area's not really PvP, it's just, there just happens to be people around, and then they just throw things like that
to happens to be people there who you'll end up in fights with. It's like walking on the west side of the city. You're not there strictly to fight, but there's a good chance you're going to fight.
I feel like as well, it depends on how... It very much depends on your playstyle, because I remember you and me, like, we were waiting for we were sending our loot away, and some guy shows up, and we're just like moving around him, waving our arms, trying to like communicate with the guy. There'd be other groups that would just murder that guy immediately, but that's not us.
Yeah. Well, that's mostly also because there was just two of us. I wasn't going to start anything with that.
But also, if we did get killed by that guy, we would have gone after him for the rest of that.
Oh, absolutely.
So
you and I hold grudges.
Pretty much, it's like, we'll trust you. If you shoot me in the back, I'll take yours. We'll take your spine.
We'll take your spine.
It's
a terrible thing to have taken.
And another thing that added, Dave, is the ability for enemies to deploy drones. Aerial.
Son of a bee. Why can't we deploy aerial drones?
I don't know. I just love the ability. Maybe eventually we will, if the enemies are going to learn. But it seems so weird. You'll be in a battle with some guys deploying a drone. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just unfair, is what? They're deploying evil drones on us. That's not cool. Not cool, bro.
So yeah, that's pretty much.
I wish I could deploy evil drones.
Yeah. So it's like, I like the size of this update. It's not like an incredibly over the top amount. It's like a few little things.
It's a good amount, is what you mean?
It's a good amount, because otherwise you'd have something like Minecraft, where you go in it and all of a sudden there's like 6 animals you've never seen before. And a pet.
And they all want you.
It's like, the thing about Minecraft is, last time I played, they did the last thing where they added guardians and stuff like that. The next time I'm going to play it probably will be when they update it again. And I'm going to go in and it's going to be like, you can now use both hands. You can now make wings.
I heard that you can do that now.
Literally.
You can make wings too?
You can collect wings and there's a load of things.
You can fly in Minecraft?
On a PC, Xbox, yeah.
Oh.
But it's kind of like gliding.
Me like that.
You jump and you just fly. You not even fly. It's like wingsuit kind of thing. You're going down, but you travel.
You're going down. I'm hauling timber.
But yeah, they added that. They added like a lot of stuff with the end. Like you can apparently go back to the end and resummon the dragon if you want to keep fighting it.
Oh, that's cool. New Game Plus. Dark Souls 3 returns.
Pretty much. You know the whole Dark Souls thing, Dark Souls thing, where the first time you fight the boss, it's fine, and the second time you show up and you've got wings.
Now I will fly through the air.
And then a gust of wind takes you, and you're like, no, no, no.
This isn't what I promised. He just watches you like a moron.
He's just like, I'm alive. You bring him back to life, and then you fly away, and he's like, now I can rule my empire. I'm like, damn it, this is not what I meant to do.
All of a sudden, he begins destroying the world. Well, I made a mistake here.
So, going back quickly to Division, this first one... This first one's been added, like, on the 12th of this month, which is crazy close.
Okay.
And then they've got the second free update, which will be called Conflict, which will add a second incursion.
Alright.
As well as additional Dark Zone features. And then after that, they'll be releasing the free paid DLCs they've announced. Which all three of them, expands the world.
Yeah. It's pretty cool how they're giving us stuff like that.
I do like that the first 2 updates are freebies so everyone could try them out a bit. That's an interesting way to do it.
Sweet.
Because it's kind of like what Mario Maker does, where they're just like, here's 4 new features. You can now...
Yeah, I guess.
Every time I see those little videos pop up, and it's like, now in the world of Mario Maker.
Yeah.
And it's just spiky
now
blocks
have
or
even
something.
more stuff.
And it's like spiky blocks and keys. I'm like, ooh, keys. Huh.
And some of the levels you can have in that are absurd.
My favourite thing is the people who make those worlds where they just work and you just need to stand still. Because they work
levels.
They work like clockwork. It's like the most crazy thing in the world, watching the way they move around.
I don't like those levels as much.
I don't like them when I'm trying to play the game, but but coming across them and being like, oh, this is pretty. Some of those go on though.
Pretty. It's pretty. Aha, you didn't see that one coming.
You took me all over the place. Wow.
I took you right round, baby. Right round.
My next... nah.
Jamie's mind is broken. I've broken him.
Nah. I'm gonna leave now. So long. Let's just walk it out.
Lisa's gone. Jamie? You're joking, right? Jamie?
We've got about another half an hour of podcast to do, buddy.
Come on, buddy. It's just a joke. Come on, Jamie. No! I'm all alone.
I always relate that song with Shrek.
I think everyone does.
Man.
You'll be hard pressed to think of someone who doesn't relate that song to Shrek.
Probably, yeah. Okay, so currently, Dave, I've just finally looked up the X-Men films in terms of gross. Deadpool is about 2 million away from beating Days of Future Past.
Wow, that's a lot closer than I thought it would have been. I guess no one went to see that in theaters.
It's weird, because Days of Future Past has like a 748 million, which is really good in terms of superhero movies. You know, in terms of small scale superhero movies, that's good. That's like around the place that it's basically around the set of just one-off heroes. Like that's a similar gross to what Guardians of the Galaxy got.
Okay.
But when Days of Future Past was their big thing of getting all the cast together, they probably kind of wanted that to hit a bit further.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
It's like that was their ace in the hole, and it's like it played, it worked, and then it just like did its normal thing, and then like
no one cared.
Yeah. Compared to Fast and the Furious 7 with 1.5 billion. That movie went crazy, and I do not know why. It was literally just people driving cars.
People like cars.
It was literally people driving cars, and at the end, a memorial to the dead guy. Which, yeah, it's touching.
People like cars. They're fun movies to watch, and that's what people... I mean, they're not all the real dark, gritty, realistic stuff that you seem to see a lot of anymore, and that's why people like them.
I can see what you mean.
Aha. Logic. It's been applied. What are you going to do now? You can't fight my logic.
I am going to leave. Again.
Dang it! I keep driving him away. There's nothing I can do.
The tagline for this podcast will be...
I want a divorce!
This will be... Dave hires a divorce lawyer while
Jimmy... On episode 7, Dave wants a divorce. I'm not taking my stuff with you. You don't get half this podcast.
Do you know, speaking of divorce, there was one of the the Muppet series that you were very unhappy with.
Oh, you mean the stuff that I refuse to acknowledge?
Yeah. One of the episodes had Kermit's nephew, Robin. You know, the little frog.
Oh, I love Robin.
And he went to stay with Kermit while his parents got divorced.
And now I'm dead inside.
That was literally it. And it's like, he literally, like a little tiny baby frog Robin's like, my parents are getting divorced. Can we go laser
I am
tag?
dead inside. I am so dead. No, we're changing topics now. This is disgusting.
I knew that would really upset you.
So, yeah, I wonder why. I'm gonna fly to England and beat you up now.
Why me? I didn't make it.
Yeah, because, no, you brought it up though, knowing it would make me sad.
It's such a weird episode. It's like, they bring back a character that... Was it?
No, shut up. We're not talking about that
I'm
anymore.
sorry.
We're going back to video games. So, you had some time with the Division. I want to spend some time, like, pity about the Division though is that I'm going to be playing Dark Souls 3 when that comes out, but, I played a new game recently called Paragon. And it's kind of like Smite in that it's a MOBA. Except the pace oh yeah, I love it. The pace is a lot slower than Smite. Like, Smite can be kind of fast paced, you know? Especially in like arena or when team fights happen. Paragon is a much more slower, deliberate pace. That said, how often do you hear me talk about how good a game looks?
Not often, actually.
Yeah, that's not usually what I bring up. This game looks gorgeous. It's made by the same people who did Gears of War and Unreal Tournament. And let me tell you, they brought Unreal 4 full strength.
So is it that kind of look then?
Beautiful.
Or is it like...
What do you mean?
Is it completely different to those games in terms of look?
It uses the same... It doesn't have... Its men aren't super muscle bound, if that's what you mean. It looks... I don't know, it's hard to describe the look, but it's... You can tell it's got the same type of art... The same artist did it. But it's got its own look, too. It's just beautiful, Jamie. Utterly beautiful.
And this is a PS4 exclusive, isn't it?
It's also... Well, it's still in beta right now, as well as on the PC. I imagine eventually it'll come to Xbox. Of course, you know, because the only way to get in right now is to either have signed up for the beta and gotten an invite, or to buy the Founders Pack for $20.
Exactly like Smite then, in that way.
Yeah. Although, I will say this, that Paragon did, all their heroes are always free.
What kind of heroes are they?
They don't do like the typical... No, this is the part I have trouble with. I don't know what the lore is behind the story. All I can tell is it looks like two sci-fi armies are saying one of them, they got drunk one night and got into a fight, and this is what's happening because of that.
So it's just a bunch of people that you're not really sure who's who.
Well, I mean, because they don't have character bios, and I don't know why they're fighting. I mean, it's a MOBA, so it doesn't really matter, but they have no character bios for them yet. All I know is that some of those characters are really fun to play. Like, I already found one guy, he looks so spectacular to play. I wonder if I'm allowed to upload footage yet. I might.
You might
just like show off.
You might do it.
Well, it's like I might be able to. Like I don't know if they've allowed for people to show footage of it.
Usually with betas, I'm sure pretty much as you load in, it tells you what you can and can't do, doesn't it? Gives you like a...
Or I could just check the website.
That too.
I'll just be smart about it. Check the website.
I feel like a lot of your gaming experience in the last couple of days has been involved in games that you can't show anyone.
Like, everything I play is for me only. I'm so jealous that way. I'm so selfish.
It's like you're playing that and you're playing Dark Souls 3 using your Japanese backwards world.
Japanese... Hey, the Japanese are not backwards. You take that back.
I do apologize. Going to Japan...
Don't make me hurt you.
Going to a Japan website, buy the game, it's like, hey, do you want to buy in English? Yes, I would.
They offered. I accepted.
They did, and you did. I do not blame you. Because you're you, and that game is... The game is you.
I have hit a wall where I'm just getting killed over and over, and so I just need to do grinding after grinding to get. I need to get swole. I need to have got to give it to you playing in the background. Yeah, Paragon, really fun game. I mean, if you really enjoy Smite, Jamie, I would suggest picking this up too.
So it's just what is it kind of? Just Smite, but a little slower, slow pace.
It's a MOBA. I mean, that's all there is to it, really.
Okay.
You pick your hero, and then you go fight people.
MOBAs have become like a big thing on over as well. With just, what's that other one?
Yeah, it started with Dota, and then League of Legends hit, and then Smite hit now.
Smite, yeah.
And now we have a whole bunch of them coming out.
Yeah. Well, there's that other one, the Overwatch, I think it's called. You can play as like a giant gorilla.
I wouldn't call that a MOBA. That's more of a team shooter.
I know it's first
because
person,
you're not really pushing lanes
different.
or anything. Well, no, I mean it's not because it's in first person. It's because you're not really pushing objectives. It's more like Team Fortress 2 than like a MOBA, and that doesn't really have like a genre yet. I feel like there's not a proper name for that genre of individualistic characters that you choose who you play in a shooter arena.
It's like a first person. I mean,
it doesn't have to be first person or not. I mean, it's some sort of like a multiplayer character. I mean, the closest I've heard is team shooter. That's about as close as you can get to it.
FPS, team arena, action, death battle, fight.
Yeah, it's some sort of team thing. I just don't know what. That's the problem.
Probably. I should look it up on Wikipedia and see what they classify it off. They probably...
Yeah, online multiplayer shooter, probably.
Well, it's made by Blizzard. And it's classified as just a first-person shooter.
I guess that's all you can really classify it as, because I don't know what else you could.
I guess it is. I guess it's just that with a few little MOBA-like things added to it. Like the character classes, and I believe I've seen like footage of like a game mode where you are like moving a tank or something.
Yeah, I've seen that game mode in a couple shooters now. Yeah, I just feel like there's not quite a proper name yet for that genre. I really wish there was. It'd make me feel better about my life.
Well, the thing is, we're in that point with video games where they're no longer making games to fit those genres. They're making genres. They're making games to
They're
make
making up their
genres.
own genres. They're just making the game. They're just making the game, and later they'll just label it as whatever. I mean, how many labels does Destiny have now, even though it's just flat out MMO at this point?
They could have, yeah. There'll be a point where you're going
It's
to...
pretty much what it should be.
There'll be a point where you go into Destiny and it'll give you the option to play the side games, and instead you're just playing a card game. Like, get 2 pair to get a blue or higher. I could easily see that.
I love pairs.
I could see that, and I could see people like George and Randall just playing that constantly.
I can see Randall doing that constantly. Randall's the MMO guy. He's already level 30 in Destiny, unsurprising. Or not Destiny, what game were we? Division. Yeah, he's the MMO guy, that's what he does. It's like you're the British guy, it's what you do.
I would say as well that I figure George is probably the Debarian who's still most into Destiny.
Oh,
he was he was live tweeting to a live stream they were having the other day, showing off some new stuff. I think.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what new stuff they showed, but apparently he got into
stuff. They love stuff. Oh my gosh, so much stuff.
I also saw a tweet he directed at you because they added an emote that looks like Praise the Sun.
I looked for it, could not find it. Very disappointed. 0 out of 10.
Will not play again. Uninstalled Destiny.
Pretty much. I mean, that completely killed. I immediately got home after work and looked for it. It wasn't there. I said, "All right, that's it. I'm done."
I could just imagine how disappointed you'd be.
I was severely disappointed.
I wonder what he could have meant then. Unless it was something they added.
Either way, it wasn't there when I looked. I'm done.
But speaking of games that add new stuff, I could talk about basically what they added to Halo for the weekend. Because what they...
Oh, did they add stuff to Halo? That game that I also don't play anymore?
Yeah, because
what stuff I don't play anymore, wow.
Yeah, they added... What they do to Halo sometimes is they just add like weekend playlists just to spark things up a bit. And this weekend, instead of doing like a multiplayer one, they added a new Warzone playlist. Which
was it Warzone's that game mode I don't play, never mind.
Yeah,
Warzone's that was the game mode that made me quit Halo 5.
Warzone's that game mode where you need to, the more stuff you do, you level up and that allows you to use better loot. Or better weapons.
Yeah. Warzone's that game mode that made me quit Halo.
But now, they added a game type called Warzone Turbo, where you immediately start at the highest level, so you can immediately start using your highest loot, highest weapons. So basically, you play a normal game of Warzone, but you step outside your base, and the entire other team just has tanks and snipers.
Oh, so it's pretty much whoever plays Halo the most wins.
It's pretty much whoever has the best loot, the best Rex. I keep saying loot because I'm bloody all over the place.
The best Rex. You say Rex and I immediately think of Mass Effect.
That's what they call them, but with a Q.
That's Rex's name again with a W, Jamie.
Yes,
you learn nothing from all the time I talk about Mass Effect.
No, never. I kind of zoom out. Zoom out, zone out.
You zoom out.
I'm a mess.
Look away. Look afar. Look at everything.
But yeah, so
Jamie not having the best day language-wise.
And the way they described it is basically it was just their game type, so they could test out Warzone without having to wait to like get to that point. It's basically for them to bug test, and then they realised, hey, people might like this.
This might make us popular, guys. It'll prove that we're better than Bungie.
And I'll be honest, people have liked it. People have been happy.
That's good, at least, I suppose, that someone's enjoying it.
Yeah, just 4 people. Those 4 people. They're like, great, now can you
Is it only 4 people?
No.
Are you one of these 4 people?
No, it's more than that. Although I will say, the other day I was playing Warzone again and again and again. But after every game I do, I leave, so I can play with new people. I was only ever playing with the same bunch of people. There was only me and 15 other people playing Halo at that time, apparently.
Playing that, or whatever game mode you were trying to play.
Yeah, I play Warzone Assault, which is a little bit more objective-based, so it is less people. It's not the main one, so people probably don't play that. But still, it's really annoying because I'm playing a game where I get killed by I got killed by that guy last time! And now it'd be like I'm being stalked by the same 6 people.
They knew where you live.
I've recently discovered my new most hated thing, and it's people who teabag bodies that they had nothing to do with their death.
I hate people who teabag, period, so that just sounds horrible to me. It's monstrous.
It's literally like you get killed by some guy, and then some other like 12-year-old will jump down and go mental. It's like, what's this guy doing?
I like how you've already identified them as 12-year-olds, which they probably are.
Probably. There was a kid who was called what was he called? He was called his gamer tag was the initials for Call of Duty Black Ops, like the
BO. The BO was strong with him.
BOIV. It was a load of numbers and letters that probably didn't make sense, but he was like, "I'm awesome." I'm
awesome.
That's my second pet peeve, is people who name themselves over one game. Like people who could declare themselves... Like there's people encounter, and they'll just be called Black Ops.
People who declare themselves over
Black
a
Ops
singular
God.
topic.
Or you get people like that. It's like, what about when you stop playing this game in 10 years and you're playing other games and people are like, hey, Black Ops God. And you're like, nah, Black Ops sucks. Why would you just waste your gamer tag?
Careful, Jamie, that's blasphemy.
Blasphemy on the Black Ops God. But yeah.
Well, because that way other people couldn't have it. You have to remember, people are very much attached to the present, not to anything that comes after.
Yeah, literally all
I think this is the most we've talked about video games in a long time.
We've talked about video games. It happened.
We talked a lot of Division, and then some other stuff.
Talked Division, we talked Destiny, we talked, see, I don't even remember. We talked about so much. Well, that could mean the other thing.
We also talked about a little bit about Paragon.
Paragon.
Some characters do have guns.
I feel like they should add a single character into Smite with guns. Just one.
Apollo has a skin where he has a gun. Does that count?
Kind of. I just think it'd be really funny, like all these good. They should make up like a new god and just introduce him.
We should make up a new god.
It's like,
they did kind of make up a new god for April Fool's Day.
Oh, did they? What did they do for that? I like listening to what games do.
They claimed the Manticore was coming. So back during the closed alpha of the original game on PC, the Manticore was one of the buff camps, but they eventually took him out. And they made kind of a joke out of it, like, remember the Manticore.
Ah, so it was like their, whatever the hell.
And so,
Minecraft
for
has.
like the April Fool's Day thing, they brought the Manticore back as a new god to play. And his ultimate is, he invites all of his friends, the Fire Giant, the Titans, the Gold Furies, and he changes the map to Joust, and then he becomes Change's buddy. Too OP for you?
Does that all happen?
Like, he just... It's not real.
But
yeah, I am quoting the video word by word there.
But it was...
I'll link it to you. It's pretty funny.
It sounds funny.
And they had the announcer voices actually arguing with each other the whole time, too.
That reminds me of what World of Warcraft did with the pandas.
Oh, yeah?
They were fucking like, look at our new character, the pandas. Isn't this a funny joke? And people are like, no, we want to play as a panda. And I'm like, okay. And now
it's like, wait a minute, they're serious?
And now it's their most popular character race at the moment.
Yeah, you can play as a light side, as Alliance, the Horde, or Pandas.
Yeah.
Literally. We're not joking, there are Pandas.
Yeah, I fucking remember when they were like goblins. I was like, no, goblins are meant to be the neutral character. They kind of interact with both sides. And then they just got rid of that.
There are goblins?
They were, for a while, they were like the between character. Like, for like the small times where Alliance and Horde would have to interact with each other for like stuff, the goblins would be the go-between.
They're there to prevent any Romeo and Juliet stories.
Pretty much.
Guys, we got a problem.
We've got a troll in the camp. We've got a troll in the camp.
And we got a troll and an elf working, and an elf who want to get married. No, we're not really sure how this is going to work either.
I don't think they figured that out yet.
No, they already did. We just don't ask.
But yeah, and then there's pandas in World of Warcraft. It has been for like 3 years.
Exciting.
Pandas became a big thing at one point.
I love pandas.
Like,
I guess, yeah. I mean,
it's like that and the movies.
They're kind of funny animals though, because they're extremely, extremely clumsy animals. Like, they're not especially athletic. They're like a clumsy person who just falls over all the time. It's adorable and hilarious.
They're literally...
I mean, did you see the gif I sent you once of the panda who fights with a guy named Steve?
I can remember.
That's how panda fights are like. They just kind of like, they try to fight and then they end up twitching each other and falling over.
All I know about pandas is that they really, really take their time with mating. Now, you can be...
Why am I not surprised that's something you latched onto?
Yeah, but you know, like some animals, like if a rabbit got in with a female rabbit, the female rabbit would be pregnant like 12 times. Like, a lot of animals have that kind of instinct. Panda,
I just don't know what to say.
if you introduced a male panda to a female, it'd just be like, and then start eating bamboo. Like, it wouldn't care.
I guess, yeah.
And that's
because they take their time to do things.
They take about, like, once every 2 years or something, they'll actually bother.
They'll actually bother.
And even then, they'll probably try and find an excuse. Like, the panda wakes up, he's like, oh, my foot hurts a bit.
I got a headache.
Because I can't do it today. And they're like, no, they're like jabbing it with a stick, like, no, panda, do it. We need a new panda.
Jabbing it with a stick. Jeez, Jamie, that's rough. That's rough, even by your standards. Jabbing it with a stick.
It's a panda. It's not really,
jab pandas.
It's not really feeling it. It's just a blunt stick. They're just poking it, trying to push it towards the female. It's just like, ugh.
I mean, clumsy or not, that's not something you should poke with a stick.
That's probably what the other keepers are shouting to the guy. There's one guy in there poking it. It's like, stop poking it! It's a bear!
Actually, it's a fox.
Really?
Pandas have more in relation with foxes and raccoons than you do with bears.
That makes sense now, because in Kung Fu Panda, his teacher's a red fox. Oh no, wait. Yeah, that's right. Now I get it.
Does your life make more sense? Has you been? Today I learned pandas aren't actually bears.
It's like them and koalas.
Jamie's mind has been blown.
All these things I was told were bears are not bears. Although I do honestly think koalas are more scary or more dangerous than pandas.
Oh yeah, you know how many people actually die to pandas or koalas all the time? Quite a bit.
It's like literally people in Australia are like, I'm just going to work, and then a koala would just drop out the tree and eat them.
Well, no, they actually die because when they get scared, they clutch on tighter, and their claws are sharp enough to go straight through your skin. So you should never. They actually tell you to never pick up a koala bear.
Also, that and the fact they'll give you chlamydia.
Yeah, because they spread that a lot. Although that doesn't kill you as much as they do, thankfully.
Do you think that would suck? Like if you go to heaven or whatever, and the guy's just like, so says you got chlamydia. How'd that happen? Because I picked up a koala.
Oh, that stinks. How are you dead? I picked up the koala.
Yeah, and then he didn't let go.
That'd be a terrible way to die.
It would be.
A panda just slowly kills you.
It would be, especially because afterwards they'd do your autopsy. They'd be like, man, not only did this guy get killed by a koala, but he also got chlamydia from it.
You and your chlamydia.
How annoying would that be? I mean, you'd be dead, but it'd be annoying.
I mean, if you're dead, I feel like that kind of negates the worry about that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I very much suppose so. It blows my mind that the creatures in Australia exist.